Now, the basis of any good highball is, of course, the spirit. We're naturally going to be talking about whiskey here. Now, here we come into a few preconceptions about highballs and the idea of long drinks. Instead of thinking of a highball as a diluted drink, Dave Broom, the whiskey writer, puts it best when he says a highball is whiskey's watercolor. It brings out all those beautiful nuances and complexities of flavor. Next, we have the glass. Tall, long, and thin. This allows that wonderful transference of temperature between yourself and the drink, and it leans into that idea of a crisp, refreshing serve. That is everything that highballs should be. Ice can be a spear, can be cubed, up to you. But again, we are trying to minimize that dilution and allow for the preservation of carbonation. Final element to a highball is, of course, the mixer. Now, if I were to line classic cocktails up on this bar top, your old fashions, your Manhattans, your whiskey sours, and a highball, would we consider them as all having equal levels of prestige? And if not, why not? Well, this is because we're told here in Scotland there is only one way to drink your whiskey, and that's to have it neat or with a couple of drops of water if you're feeling especially jazzy. You must never even consider adulterating your whiskey with anything delicious, like soda water, ginger ale, green tea even, heaven forbid. And we think this is a shame because Dave Broom says that drinking whiskey is all about pleasure and not about pain. And most importantly, by mixing your drinks, you are tailoring them to you and making something that is delicious, which is ultimately the goal at the end of the day, surely. So these are the 4 elements in any good highball: your spirit, glass, ice, and mixer. But this is not a formula. They are a framework from which great highballs spring. What makes highballs amazing is that they are a canvas of creativity, a way to showcase your personality, what you stand for. Mixers also speak to place. So whilst we might be familiar with Scotch and soda here in the UK, in North America, you might mix your highballs with ginger ale, in South America with coconut water, and in East Asia, even green tea. Mixers can be carbonated, sometimes not, but they're always foregrounding that refreshment that comes from a perfect highball. So, why do we care? Well, because for us, this is personal. We are not content with what blended whiskey is. We want to discover what blended whiskey can be. We want to take these learnings from highballs across the world and use that to revitalise highball culture in the UK. As we all know by now, what happens outside of your glass is as important as what happens inside. And that's what we mean when we talk about highball culture. We're again taking influence from that wonderful Japanese way of doing things, the ritualism surrounding serves, to create something truly special with our highballs. We love highballs because they embody everything that whiskey should be. It's all about mixing, experimenting, exploring new connections, and most importantly, having fun. So with that in mind, I'll see you with a highball soon.